Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, once again, the holiday season comes in pretty hot and pretty scary, where we now have a man that is literally now charged and I believe in jail over a literal felony charge because of an Xbox. Now, dude, I don't know what it's been. I'm sure you guys have seen maybe a few of these videos on my channel itself these past like few weeks, especially when it comes to the PlayStations, when it comes to Xboxes, when it comes to family disputes, when it comes to scalpers, when it comes to literally FedEx just completely chucking all the random packages and consoles into a river. I wish I still to that last one, wish I was making that one up. But when it comes to the holidays, when it comes to just sitting at home for the past 2 years in a row, the people get a little bit spicy, and a little bit heated too as well. So when it comes to this stuff, that lets me go and kind of make fun of them and also be a little bit concerned for everyone else too as well, because what on earth is getting into people nowadays? So if any of you guys are brand new, before we fully dive in the video itself, we also have some interesting Phil Spencer news we'll go talk about a little bit, but if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, linked down below. Amazon links, as I mentioned, because we're still waiting for the good old PS5 to go and drop. Got the Weeble, got that Coinbase, always linked down below. And let's go dive in this video because, like I said, what's going on over here? Also, it's kind of cool little PlayStation Store thing too. We'll go throughout this nice little late night video as well. So as I mentioned, we had a pretty big fight kind of pop on Alpha. We actually have an article over here from basically good old Daily Citizen Fix.in, where people are now like, dude, like, I don't know how to say this. Like, it's such a weird concept I would go and talk about when it comes to making videos and making content, because how are people like this? How are people like this deranged? I don't know what it is. And it always kind of comes down to the gaming consoles. It always something to do with Xbox, something to do with PlayStations. And good old God only knows why they keep on doing this. Let's go talk about this. So I have an article that came out over right here just literally like an hour ago or so. Basically, with a fight over the Xbox leads to now felony charges for a Therese man. Hey, come on, boys, come on. This literally came out an hour ago over here. I was scrolling through the internet for this. So basically, a 35-year-old Theresan man faces felony charges after getting an argument with his brother over the weekend when he was literally asked to return an Xbox controller. Now, I would just imagine we kind of left a lot of this stuff back in, like, you know, in the 3rd grade, if even that, if you had kind of sketchy parents, maybe even kindergarten. But what on earth? Dude, if I had a 35-year-old brother and I was like, hey, man, I just wanted, like, you know, just got my Xbox. It's finally over here. I was finally checking Target. They had walk-ins. I finally got it. Can I just go use it? Like, you've been balling it for a little bit. Can I just go check it out? And then you literally go, and at the end of that night, after you're trying to be nice, you end up in basically talking to the police and trying to put your brother in jail. What on earth is going on here with this? So basically, Timothy McCormick Jr. now faces a felony charge of substantial battery and misdemeanor counts of disorderly conduct. The other stuff, possession of marijuana and possession of drug paraphernalia, that's kind of like not necessarily too related to this situation as well. And then also, if he was found guilty on all accounts, he can now go and face up to 4 years in prison, mainly because of an Xbox. I mean, you could maybe go chime on like the secondary parts where like that kind of does play a little bit, which it kind of does. But a lot of this whole instigation and all that stuff was all because of an Xbox controller. Like, come on, man, come on. So basically, McCormick then appeared before Dodge County Court Commissioner Stephen Seam and was placed on a $1,000 signature bond. As conditions of his bond, he may not have direct or indirect contact with the victim, so basically I think his brother, and he shall not have any violent or abusive contact with anyone. He shall not use, possess, or control any controlled substances without a prescription or drug paraphernalia, or be in the presence of anyone who does. He must absolutely maintain absolute sobriety too as well. According to the criminal complaint, police officers from a village of Therese were sent to a house in Therese on Friday at 5 p.m., or 4:50 p.m., for a domestic disturbance complaint. What on earth is going on here? A man reported that he was bleeding from his head after getting a physical altercation with McDonald. When the police arrived, the victim was standing outside and fresh blood was observed on his head, arms, clothing, and face. He had a gash above his eye and then told the officers he had lent his brother an Xbox controller and was attempting to get it back. According to the complaint, the man said that McCormick hit him in the face 3 times, and the victim grabbed McCormick around the neck in order to stop being attacked too as well. What on earth? Like what are these two brothers doing at this point? What are these two grown men over an Xbox controller nonetheless? What is going on here? Now, I don't want to go and say anything rude or anything inappropriate, but like, dude, it's like 50 bucks. It's like, you can probably buy them on like, you know, on secondhand or like a GameStop store or whatever, for probably like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. Go buy like a, you know, those old school like Rocco Cat controllers. If any of you guys are old school gamers, literally just go and get one of those for free. That's all you gotta do. Like, I'm sure you're gonna ask someone, they'd probably be like, well, sure, I guess, fine. You know, if it's the holiday, sure. What on earth is going on with people nowadays? And he was also transported to Aurora Medical Center in Washington County for stitches. And then he was placed in a police vehicle, according to a criminal complaint. And then when they returned to him, there was obviously, like, you know, just drugs mixed on in with that too as well, on top of that too. So he also did admit to fighting with his brother, mixed on in, where they got 5 stitches, and the case hearing is scheduled on January 27th. Like, I don't know what it is nowadays, boys, when it comes to people. It makes me not even want to go outside. Like, I don't want to interact with my sisters at this point. I'm just like, you want to know what? You take whatever you need. I don't even have to deal with it. So, once again, kind of crazy making its way into the news. As well, a little bit more on the extra crazy side over here, Xbox, the good old big head honcho Phil Spencer, is kind of going on losing his marbles a little bit, but this is kind of been the big kind of flavor of the past few months with NFTs and the metaverse in regards, you know, Facebook and other various types of like social media / VR / cryptocurrency type news. And you can actually even go and see Microsoft as part of Microsoft's vision for the metaverse, which is kind of intriguing. So there actually was a recent interview over here with Xbox Phil Spencer talking about the Minecraft and the new virtual 3D iteration of the internet that's going to be known as the metaverse. The Microsoft executive spent time discussing the openness of Minecraft and how it's been critical to what the game has become. In other areas of the interview as well, Spencer thankfully did go and talk about Minecraft's success, shows where the gaming needs to go in the future. He also mentioned that the virtual worlds created by players in Minecraft could also make the metaverse feel more open, which in all honesty, I can kind of maybe see that being a good crossover, mainly in the fact that, well, Minecraft's whole idea is kind of building and kind of growing stuff and making new things. So if you have something like a metaverse, which if you guys don't know what that is, imagine just like a virtual world or like a virtual landscape. Like you have like little characters. It's kind of like somewhat owned by Facebook, mixed on in. So basically people are going to go and like iterate with it, make like they bought like houses on it. It's kind of a weird concept. If any of you guys want to leave a comment down below on this or like the weird brother fight going on, you guys are welcome to down below. I'm someone who's a pro crypto person. I don't mind crypto. I hold crypto. I have crypto. I don't mind like, you know, VR, and I'm definitely a gamer too as well. But it always kind of sometimes seems that even these things go so crazy that you're sitting there thinking like, what kind of reality are you living right now where people are literally spending $1 million on a virtual house? We can just go buy an actual normal house in like a super nice area for $1 million. Like it's kind of weird. But at least when it comes to that, also he did reveal that teams like in Microsoft from HoloLens and other mixed reality experiences too as well, and all these other like kind of big VR and like these types of virtual reality, virtual LAN type places do actually have a lot of meetings, and they do have a lot of talks with it too as well. And there actually are even meetings going on how they can even add new games to make use of Microsoft Mesh, which is actually literally Microsoft / Xbox's own gateway to the metaverse too as well. Spencer also said the metaverse isn't a business thing, but it's something companies should try to be creative, work together on, and have freedom on. He pointed to Xbox and how it's both first-party and third-party titles like Roblox, Fortnite, and more are basically kind of a big tie-in with as well. So I can kind of see why he's kind of maybe against NFTs, but also more okay with this type of stuff. Mainly because if you guys know Roblox, you basically have a chance to build your own custom games, custom maps, custom experiences. Basically Minecraft. Custom servers, custom lobbies, custom mod packs, basically make it better. Even Fortnite has a lot of custom things where people can make their own custom maps and invite people over there, which in theory is kind of the rough idea of the metaverse / concept of that too as well. Which makes a lot of sense too, because also you have it with Game Pass, so you could basically have people get Game Pass and utilize these games such as Roblox and Minecraft on the actual experience and cloud system too as well, which is overall pretty interesting, pretty cool to go and see. Although I have to see how this ends up at the end of the day, mainly because if people are still going and getting fights and getting arrested over Xbox controllers, we'll have to see how they're going to go and interact with virtual controllers themselves. And last but not least, we actually have a little bit of a nice little PlayStation bit of news where the PlayStation Store's huge January sale will be finally announced and talked about as of the 22nd of December. So basically, if you guys are always kind of curious on this, we have this finally announced / talked about, and hopefully we'll have a lot of really good games tied on in, because we also have Xbox themselves also have their own holiday sale. We'll probably be anticipating a lot of maybe even like games like Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, Demon's Souls, etc., as well, hopefully being on sale. So I'll give you guys more updates whenever that's fully officially out in a few more days, as well when it comes to just having brand new games and good game deals. I always want to help you guys go find them if I can. And that's it for me for tonight's video. Give me your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 digital console controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, you'll get a bunch of free stock and free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys up tomorrow.